Awesome.
Yeah, you look like you had a great time up
Had
there
a gas,
tonight.
yeah. It was a riot. It was so much fun. Started off on a somber note, but like they, just we gotta, celebrate life while we have it, and it was just I was excited to end the show like that, like it was, the piano was on fire, things were blowing up, people were hanging from trapezes.
And a
It was a
mini
mini
Cee
Cee
Lo.
Lo, like,
Oh my gosh.
That was
revisited the
awesome.
Lean on Me thing. Like it was too cool. It was too cool.
I was going to say, so, I mean, what's cooler, the mini Cee Lo or the burning piano, or do we even choose?
I have no idea. Yeah, I don't think you can choose. I think each are awesome in their own right.
And it seems like you just went for it this week. I mean, you went big and like as bold as you've gone this season.
Yeah, I just, again, after last week's performance being so like stripped down and emotionally raw, I was like, let's just blow some stuff up, go for it. I don't know, I kicking like that. I don't know what the heck was happening.
Yeah, did you rehearse that?
I
or
just
was
was
it
going
improv?
for it. Yeah. And I used to play football, and like walking off that stage, I felt like I was like getting off the field. I haven't been that amped, like ever in this whole show.
But are you glad that that's how you're going out of the competition,
Yes, like
with
honestly,
a
this
big
has
bang?
this has been the adventure of a lifetime. But I'm excited to to close the chapter on this adventure and to start a new book. And I felt like that was a good way to kind of, like a good way to
A lot
end
of
it.
explosions.
Yeah.
Was that the first time you've ever played a piano on fire?
Yes,
Was
it
that
was
distracting?
a little bit. Like when I was sitting there, as before it started, I was like, "Holy crap, this is hot!" Like I was started to sweat, and I'm like, "I'm already sweating, and I didn't even do anything yet." But then, like Paul said in rehearsal, he's like, "Dude, look what you're doing right now. Like a couple months down the line, remember what you're doing right now." And I'm like, "Oh my gosh," that kind of put it into perspective, because as busy it's been, as wild as it's been, it's easy to forget like how amazing this whole experience really is.
So if you take the title tomorrow, you've got 24 hours, between tomorrow and then all the crazy press stuff starts. So how would you celebrate? Any particular?
I have no idea. Like I've said before, I'm just here right now. I deal with tomorrow, and just be here now.
Send you to Disneyland
I don't know. I don't know if we'd have time for that.
or possibly Universal. Universal's next door. We'll just send you on the tram.
Yeah.
Where did
Picture parade.
where did Mini Cee Lo come from?
I think he came from the South. It was Cee Lo's idea, and we saw it was wild because a couple days ago we saw the YouTube video of him doing the dance, and they said at his school they call him Little Cee Lo. And then like it was wild to see the next day, he was in person being like, "Hey, what's up?"
You should have insisted on a mini
They
Nicholas.
tried, I think, a little bit, but they couldn't find. I think I'm a little bit rarer breed.
It's hard to find a 7-year-old with a full beard.
Yeah.
And so for your song choice, was that something that you came up with Cee Lo, or?
Well, the piano on fire thing was his idea, but he was saying we need to do something kind of, like he was like, we need to do something like Americana, and then I'm like, it was wild. I was like, oh, I heard like do 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 do. I heard like that line, and then like heard this shake my nerves, and then I was like, wait, that's the same as do 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 do. Now dig this, baby. I was like, oh, fire, great balls of fire into fire. I'm like, can we do great balls of fire into fire? And then I'm like, then we can do your freaking burning piano thing. We went with it, yeah, and it
together.
cleared and it worked, and then here we are talking about it right now.
And he's such a showman. Did you feel like that really helped kind of bring you out a little?
Yeah, well, because that's what he's kind of encouraging to with the fire thing. He's like, let's do a show, like, because I think with like time constrictions and all this stuff and being on network TV, you kind of have to, like, pick your battles when you can and ask for things when you can. So I think this was a perfect time to do it.
So it's kind of weird because this is the first, I think, correct me if I'm wrong, the first medley performance that's been done on the show that I know of. How was the process of deciding, how to put those two songs together?
You just find, working with the band, you find a spot where it works, and it's a world-class band, and being a musician myself, I have a little bit of input and ideas, so we just kind of got together and we're like, where would be a spot to, to make it work, and I think it fit pretty well.
See, then we should have just done, you should have done the third song, done like James Taylor, Fire and Rain, and then just immediately there's the rain, we put the piano out, and that would have been badass.
Then just set the stage on fire.
There's a lot of stuff.
More
That
fire.
thing behind you went on fire too. The drummer, I was watching the drummer. I'm like, that guy's probably in an inferno right now.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
sweating bullets.
they were pretty close to it. It was like, whoa.
But it was an exciting way, right, to end with your
Yeah,
family
I-
there too.
I'm
And
thrilled. I'm completely thrilled. I couldn't, again, like, I don't know how else I could have really done it after last week. So it's like, take it to a completely different level and a completely different experience.
Now, did you guys go to Cee Lo's house with your family? Is that where you?
Yeah, that was really cool to kind of like we become a family, a voice family, but also within that family, like Cee Lo family, become really close. And then you know the family I come from and the family that I made, it was cool for the three-piece to meet, you know, and kind of just be like, hey, because this is where my life is now, you know, now, and then where I've come from, and it's all still now, but it was just really neat to have everybody in the same room and talking and listening to each other, breathing the same air. It was really cool.
Did you see his cat and his bird?
No, we just kind of chilled in one room, and then just with the schedules we haven't had, it was limited time.
Did your family mesh with him really well? Were there any funny moments of?
Yeah, just like you saw some of it, like they were like eating the food, and my oldest son was sharing food, and I know it's just crazy. And for another part, like the middle of the baby one, like Cee Lo was holding him and like bouncing him on his knee and kind of like lifting him up and playing. I'm like, this is happening right now.
You know he's gonna get like a little mini tracksuit for Christmas one year.
It's awesome.
Were your parents starstruck at all?
A little bit, yeah, a little bit. I think my mom was especially, but it was really cool because they've just so proud and so excited, and it was cool to like share that experience with them.
You know, I was talking about this, you know, with a couple of people, and if you win this, it totally like breaks the mold of reality singing competitions because it seems to be all these younger kids. I mean, would that be really cool for you to say, hey, I'm doing something totally different than anybody who's ever, you know, won one of these before? I mean,
I think so. I feel like I am a different breath. Kind of like coming from where music kind of used to be. Like this music didn't die. It's like still in jazz clubs and clubs, but it's like it's not as maybe in the public limelight. So I feel honored to be like a bringer of that experience. But I've never looked at this like a competition, truly. I've just looked at it as an opportunity and a gift, and I've just been like living and being and, you know, stepping into that gift with all of my heart, all my mind, and all of my soul.